right. Woo! 1, 2, 3. All right. So I really like how you use both hands. I thought that was really effective. There was kind of a mixture of mirroring and some other things. I thought that was really good. So I'd like to get. So you may have heard me use the term impulse of will a couple times during the year, and this is an Elizabeth Green kind of thing that kind of makes people say, wow, that person really means business, in terms of kind of strength of conducting and so forth. And so I'd like to work on a stronger impulse of will with you, okay? So let's just start right at the beginning. Go, the silver swan. So we'll start. Just kind of put your hand right on one and just lift it up, look at us, breathe, and go. The silver, yeah. The silver swan. Yeah, that was nice. Do that again. That was stronger.
Good.
Yeah, I thought that had more intent. Like you want us to sing. You want,
yeah. I did forget to breathe the first time.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to remember all the things. I certainly know that. Try that again. The silver swan. Nice job. So now what I'd like to do is that first beat you gave was so strong, is I'd like you to stay strong on each beat. And again, this to me isn't about the pattern. This is about a sense of approaching that beat, the silver swan. So we can really tell where that beat is, and that we have a lot of confidence to give you our best sound. So continue that strength that you did with that very first beat. Okay?
And with one hand or with both? 2
hands, 1 hand, I don't care. I love the 2 hands.
Okay.
I think your 2 hands is really good.
Okay,
cool. One more time. We weren't quite ready. The silver swan became Nice. Yeah. So, and that gives us, I think, the confidence, because a lot of what conducting it is doing is turning people free and giving them permission to sing as well as they can, whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
People can't sing better than they can sing, but they can sing as well as they can sing. So let's do that same thing at the very, very end with that last chord. And maybe let's just do the last 2 bars. That's kind of awkward. 1, 2, 3. Let's do the last 4 bars. It's all awkward.
From more geese.
Yeah, the more geese, tenor basses are on more geese, and the tenors, the baritones, the tenors, and yeah, last 4 bars. So the goal is to get the cutoff as strong as you did the rest of it.
Okay.
More geese than swans now live and wise. Yeah. So now don't bounce, because all you want us to do is hold. You want us to go wise. Yeah. And because you can count in your head if you want, but for the most part, we don't have to count. It's just a held note, right?
Yeah, I think that's what I was doing. Is I was like counting a lot
Yeah.
in my head because of all the openings or the starts and like the ends to the lines. Like.
That's perfect. So hold that last chord, and then when we'll be done.
Okay.
Just the last chord. Rise. That's a great cutoff. Good job. 1, 2, 3. Well done. What are we conducting, Daniel?
I am conducting. April is in my position.
I am.
All right. Or, sorry, D.
April's in my mistress' face, my mistress' face. And July in her heart, and in her face. Within her bosom is Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Well done. It's really strong conducting. There's a lot of energy and a lot of power to it. So I'm gonna do something more advanced with you than I've done with other folks, and I'm always nervous about doing this because it's taking something away rather than adding to. Something I try not to do at the beginning. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so there's a lot of click in his wrists. Okay, I'd like to see if we can get you to give the same strength of conducting, but use the arm like this. April is in my miss, as opposed to April is in. So you think about the whole arm being the conducting gesture, and just like feel like the wrist and the hand like are no longer participating. Use the arm.
Yeah.
Try that right at the beginning. Yeah, that was awesome. Did you guys feel that? Now that's going to change our articulation. So I'm going to ask Daniel to do it the other way if he can. And so, do you remember how you did it? Yeah. So go back and do it the other way. And then I'm going to say, now do it the other way. So we're going to do both ways. Do it again.
The other way.
Yeah. Yeah, can you hear that difference? That's pretty huge in terms of like some different things. Like, what did you hear in that, the difference?
It was more of a line.
Yeah. You cannot get a line and accent. Because an accent is the opposite of a line. There's nothing wrong with accent if you want an accent. But if you want, April is in my mistress' face, with that, you can't go, April is in my me. Yeah. So here's the deal, though. Is one way we add strength is we add more riff. And so Daniel had a lot of strength in his conducting, and I think that it's it. So you want to try that all the way through? See how that works?
Wait.
From the beginning. Let's keep going. Without the wrist. April is in my mistress' face. April is in my mistress' face, my mistress' face. And July in her heart. Can we do one more thing? Do December cut off like this, like safe, home plate, and then make the hands go straight up. So do both of them. Do the safe one, which is the one you did. Everybody sing buh. Now go.
Wait, I did the other way.
So go up and in and up. So one is where you go out, and the other one is where you go up. Try the up. Oh, okay, now do the out. Now go up. So that's pretty huge, isn't it, right? So he just did a very sophisticated musical thing without talking. Nothing wrong with talking, it just doesn't always help. Best reason to talk in a rehearsal is because your singers need a break singing. They'll ignore you the whole time, but they do need rest. That was awesome.
Like you're talking from experience.
Well, I remember my undergraduate choral director. He was so good in front of the rehearsal, and then he would stop and tell us what he wanted. All I remember was wah 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 wah. We ignored him completely, and then he started again, and he conducted what he wanted, and we sang it. There's nothing wrong with talking, just as long as you understand that no one's listening to you. All right, 1, 2, 3. Andrew is not here. Cameron, do you want to conduct?
Heck yeah.
You can have the Andrew
Absolutely.
slot.
That's fine with me.
It's perfect.
Funny enough, it's the exact same song.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's April.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's April. Cool.
Cemetery.
I have to follow that though, so.
Ooh, lower music stand.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. And flatten it out a little bit. There you go. I like it. That's good.
Singers have it.
Yeah, right. You had to stand like you would if you were singing in choir, as opposed to April is in my mistress' face. April is in my mistress' face, my mistress' face. And you lie in her heart, a place. Within her bosom, One, two, three. Again, really strong conducting. Oh, there's Andrew. Go ahead. I have Cameron in your slot right now. We'll get you in later. I've been going fast enough to be able to do 6 today. Where was I at? I thought that was really, really strong conducting. Yeah. Can you start us one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah, start that one more time. Just the thing that I really appreciate about Cameron's conducting is that there's just no doubt in our mind when we start, when the next beat is. It seems a little elementary maybe to you for me to say that, but that's really the beginning of great conducting, is people know where the next beat is. Would you, right, Bettina? I mean, when I conduct the orchestra, my only real goal with them is that they know where the next beat is. Because I think, because a lot of times they're good players, and if they just know when to play, they'll be pretty good. And not send completely counter messages, you know, like I want it to be really soft and now really loud, you know what I mean? And then a lot is letting people free, and I feel like that you're really, really doing it. So I'm gonna again take something away, okay?
Yep, that's
All right.
that's totally okay.
So I'm doing more of this than I probably should be doing. The reason is because in the past years, sometimes I've taken things away from people, and they start off the year kind of pretty good, and that, you know, by November they're conducting like this. You know, it's like I destroy them, and I take away all their good things, you know, and so I don't want you to change anything. I just want you to just pretend that you're only using your arm. Your body is just there watching your arm. Hey, Prolisi in my mistress' face.
Okay.
Right?
Do you want me to do both or just one?
No, just that one right there. So you don't care about your head or your body. You're just moving your arm. Like you could even like have an out-of-body conducting experience where you look at your hand and go, oh, it's moving. Interesting. That's fascinating. Okay? So don't conduct with your body, just conduct with your arm. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you guys see, do you guys remember what he did as opposed to right then? Yeah. So you were conducting with your body before. Everybody sing with me. And right? And then and it's so much easier to conduct when you don't use your body, right? I mean, it's so much easier to sing when you don't use your body. But listen to the pitch. And again. Right, and so the whole issue. So I thought your conducting was really strong, except for a lot of body movement. So let's start from the beginning. See what it'd be like if you just used your arm, and sometimes you could even kind of like bemused observer. You know, where you're kind of going, and my arms are moving. How interesting, right? So that you're not emotionally invested in your body. You're just watching your arm do its thing.
Cool.
April is in my mistress' face. April is in my mistress' face, my mistress' face. And to light in our nice cutoff.
Thanks. I was taking one from Daniel's.
That really worked. I was going to work on your cutoff, but it's great. I'm not going to work on it. It's awesome. 1, 2, 3. Let's skip Andrew for right now since he just got here. We don't want to freak him out. And let's go to Stephanie.
I have silver swan. Silverware.
It's the same one again.
No weeping today. I think Andrew is weep, right?
I'm weak.
So we'll have a little weep here in a little bit. So these are 3 classic madrigals that you could do with any high school group in the universe, or college group for that matter, because they're great pieces. It's real music. But only the 5-part one is a little more difficult because you have to split your men 3 ways. But it still is a really nice. They're English and so forth. Okay, here we go. Are you singing bass there, Andrew? Baritone. Oh, of course you are. Yeah. Of course. I forgot there was 3 parts. The silver Yeah, let's see that cutoff one more time. All we needed, do you notice they didn't quite do it with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, all we need is more prep. It was a good cutoff. The end of the cutoff was good, but the prep was not clear to us. So let's just try that. Last note. Wise. There you go. So the difference was you gave them more time to think about it. Everybody sing that last cutoff for me. I'll show you different ones, and I won't make you do it. Here we go. And wise. Yeah. So they're like, what? Right? And wise. It's gonna that fast of prep is gonna get me a strong cutoff. I might not want it. I might want a slower one. And wise. Right? Yeah. So you can really, and it's not in time, right? You can have all sorts of choices. What you can't do is this one. And wise. Well, so that was pretty good, but it's not a great musical effect, right? Wise. You know what I'm saying? You want to try it? Yeah. Just the cutoff.
The fast one?
Well, do any one you want. So the quality of the prep determines on the sound we make after the prep, right? That's a truism of all, all the time. And every time we move our arms, we're prepping to something. And so we're telling people what we want it to sound like. It's not quite that deliberate because we can't be conscious of every single conducting motion that it will end up in something. But whatever we do ends up in something. People, even if people aren't paying attention to us, they end up responding intuitively. So do what you want. Here we go. Wise. Wise. Oh yeah. So that was a strong cutoff. Very good. So let's start right at the beginning. Very nice. So can you make a taller prep? Go. Nice. Now make a shorter one. Now make a shorter one. So which one do you like better?
I like the shorter one better. It starts off smaller.
What's the difference? I mean, it means small. It starts off softer. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I might have not.
I said smaller. But
Oh,
that's
okay. Yeah. It was one of those where I thought back over what you said and I thought maybe I had reinterpreted it as something. Yeah, it starts off softer. Here we go. Start from the beginning. Let's start with that. were you doing with your non-dominant hand there? By starting off soft, you go, "The silver swan, ti tan, tan 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 tan." Do you think you could wait longer before you go into the mirror?
Sure. Yeah.
I think you went into the mirror. The silver swan. What if you waited? The silver swan who lived had no. What if you kept that left hand moving up slowly all the way to note, which is 3 bars of sustained crescendo?
Okay.
Try it. I know you may have practiced the other one, so if this throws you off, it's okay. Yeah, try it again. That's pretty wild. So you kind of went like, oh, now what do I do, right? So have confidence. And you really worked on your non-dominant hand. I mean, that's why I'm working on this, is because I feel like you put a lot of practice into this. And I saw like about 5 places that you really deliberately had said, this is what I'm going to do with this. And so I think that's very sophisticated and shows a lot of work. So I thought this would be a good thing for us to work on. So everybody watch how long I can wait on the left hand here. Everybody sing thus. Let's slow. And so if you can just not move it too fast, I think people don't like go, is it moving or not? I mean, they don't do that. Like, they can see it, right? It has an effect. But this one, everybody, and yeah, it's actually too fast, right? It gets, I think, more than what we're looking for. Try it. Folks, that's really sophisticated conducting. That is an excellent use of the non-dominant hand. It's really, really great. Congratulations. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you want to go, Andrew? We haven't sung this today. It's about the first. Snot matter.
Some people see dead people.
Some people dead people. Some people see snot. That's good.
In English. Can you get the next one?
Nice.
Cool.
1, 2, 3. Let's do that last note. Let's do the cutoff.
Okay.
Let's try some different things. Try go.
So we're doing 2 hands.
2 hands is great. Yeah. 2 hands. Although you want to see what the difference is? For
Just
fun?
1 hand?
Yeah, try 1 hand. Let's hear the sound.
How should I hold? Like,
When it's 1 hand, I really strongly suggest that the palm's down. With 2 hands, I think that's, without me getting into the 7-minute lecture of why I think that's different, it's about showing space, that's right. I think with 1 hand, it's palm down. Okay, do it again. Put 1 hand palm up. 1 hand palm up. Although that's a great gesture, the one you just did. And okay, palm down. 1 hand palm down. 1 hand palm up. Okay, 2 hands palms up. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
2 hands palms down. So which one did you like?
Can I try this one?
Yeah, you can try any of them. You can now you can choose the combinations and what you want to hear.
Try this.
Yeah, that's an interesting. I'll talk about that, but yeah, that's a good gesture. Now try this one. Yeah. That one's always the best one. That's always a really good choice for the ending. And no matter what I think in terms of what would be the best, that often is the best. So what do you think?
I don't know. I think I just need to practice my cutoffs more and figure out what.
Okay.
But
So let's
I
think.
I think I do like 2 hands.
Yeah. Do you like this or do you like this?
I feel like 1 hand is weak.
Okay. Yeah. So let's think about the cutoff, the quality of the cutoff. Right now, it's you're just stopping, and what I'd like you to do is you
More of a
and have it.
fret.
Yeah. That was pretty stoppy. It's still
it's
kind
too
of
stoppy?
yeah.
Okay.
So don't be
Too much
afraid.
gas on the way down? Okay.
Yeah. Feel your hand will keep going up after they've stopped singing.
Okay.
You hear the tail on that?
Yeah.
Try it both ways. You and stop and you. Do it the other way. What do you get?
I feel like I might be jerking too much. I might be like, cut off. I don't know.
I'd make it a little more gentle. I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the cutoff is clearer when you come up. It's clear
Or like
and
up and then
or
up again.
once cut off and
The
then
double up?
Yeah, the double up.
What's the release?
The release is clear there.
You know, there does seem to be some counterintuitiveness to that. The longer release, the more is clearer than the stop. I'll have to think about that.
Aren't you mirroring your front with the release?
Uh-huh.
So I think that helps with like.
Try this. And are there differences?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, this is a big part of what we try to teach in conducting. One thing is we try to teach that when people know where the next beat is clearly, they do better than if they don't know where the next beat is. That's really important. And the other thing we teach is there's all sorts of really sophisticated sound things that we can teach that are difficult to talk about, but easier to get people to do kind of kinesthetically and so forth. Yeah, nice work. 1, 2, 3. And we finish with Allison.
April is in my mistress space.
Wow, we did that a lot today,
Yeah,
didn't
just
we?
say we did a lot of April. It is.
April is in my mistress' face. April is in my mistress' face, my mistress' face. And to lie in her Nice job. Let's work on the Returnando. We haven't done anyone with that. So where can we start for that? Maybe the last time through Bud Innerheart, like the top of page 3, second bar, alto. Is that the last time? I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the right spot. Yeah. And then everybody start when you come in on your line. Yeah, so what Allison is doing, which I think is really effective and very strong, is she's in 2, right, normally?
Yeah.
But when she gets to that, she subdivides by going into 4. And that's the easiest thing. You don't need to have kind of a tricky 1 and 2 and. You just go 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 3. And then you'll notice what she's doing on beat 3 is she's holding 1, 2, and 3, and she's not beating beat 4.
Yeah.
That's really a strong example of that Returnando. Using the 4 pattern to slow down, and also not emphasizing beat 4. What happens on beat 4 in that penultimate measure?
Nothing.
Nothing. So all we need is 1, 2, and 3. 1. Yeah, do that again so we can see that.
From the same starting spots.
Yeah, so it's just really easy. So she didn't have to work on that. She didn't have to say, oh, well, so on the bar for the end, I'm going to slow down and I'm going to hold kind of beat 3. You know what I mean? All that talking stuff, just totally unnecessary. She taught you everything without ever talking about it. In fact, the only really negative there is it's possible she taught you something, but you don't know you learned it because no one talked about it. The argument could be made. So I want to bring a non-dominant hand gesture into this ending. Okay, we have like 2 minutes left, and so what I'd like to try is this. Everybody sing, right there, everybody, and. It's really pretty simple. It's really slow. I just bring it up and I let it kind of unfold. And once I get it here, then I just start. I don't think about that. I just let it go slowly. And then when I get to the returnando measure, the penultimate measure, I just turn it over and mirror, and then go like that. And I think maybe we could get this kind of unfolding, kind of sunrise, unfold, kind of unflowering of that last. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I'm going to take out your cueing with it,
Oh,
though.
yeah?
Yeah. And so you're just going to go one, but in a heart, and just start, and then just let it.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to be using your left hand as dynamics, not cueing, which I thought I thought your use of it for cueing was great. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? So we got musical details, musical effects that we could never get by talking about. That. Now, what you would do if you conducted this and you had a lesson plan, as that's what you're trying to accomplish, you would then talk and you would say, "Yes, your crescendo, the way you went through that was just amazing," because you're trying to get them to realize what they did, right? Because that's learning. It's not enough just to do something; you have to know you did it. And but you're not saying, "I conducted that and you were awesome." What you're saying is, "Yeah, that was a wonderful crescendo." And then they go, "Oh, that was a wonderful crescendo." And so what you've now built is a relationship between your gesture and the class, so that they now look to what you do to make sound, which is awesome if you can set that up. Really great job today.
Thank you.
Wonderful conducting. 1, 2, 3. Now, we don't have class on Monday, do we?
Oh, that's what is scheduled?
I think that I didn't know when I didn't know for sure when the Festival of Voices was kind of going. So I decided to not do class on Monday so that if we needed to be there or something, there wasn't a conflict. So there's no class on Monday so we meet Wednesday and Friday. Yes. That would be a scary class. All right, bye guys. The reality is it probably would have worked, but